our single testimony. Oh, that this world would matter little to us and Christ would matter much to us. Our cable news 24/7 is telling us who's dating whom, or who's going to win the Oscar, or who's going to win the Grammy, or what team might make it to the Super Bowl, who's getting promoted or who's getting demoted. There's not enough talk about Jesus in this world today.
Right.
Hallelujah. Let us use what we're learning in this life only as a conversation starter to a much more excellent discussion and declaration, that being the gospel of Jesus Christ. I think you can bring everything back to the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
Amen. You can talk about anything and then work it right back around to the gospel of Jesus Christ. Amen. There's a lot of people in our world today that think they know a lot, but if they don't know Jesus, what do they really know? It matters little if you're educated or not, because if you don't know Jesus, you haven't discovered true wisdom. It matters little if you're rich in this life, because if you don't know Jesus, you have no treasure in your earthen vessel. If you're an artist but you don't know Jesus, then you've yet to discover the greatest masterpiece of all. If you're a musician and you don't know Jesus, you don't know he to whom the morning stars sang. If you're a builder and you don't know Jesus, you don't know who the chief cornerstone is. If you're a gardener and you don't know Jesus, you don't know who is the true rose of Sharon. If you're a fisherman and you don't know Jesus, you don't even know which side of the boat to cast your net. If you're a statistician and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the Alpha and Omega. If you're a baker and you don't know Jesus, you don't know where to find the living bread. If you're an electrician and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the light of the world. If you're a sheep farmer and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the good shepherd. If you're a doctor and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the great physician. If you're a reporter and you don't know Jesus, you haven't even heard the good news yet. If you're a lawyer and you don't know Jesus, you don't know he's the wonderful counselor. If you're a mortician and you don't know Jesus, you don't know he who was dead but is alive forevermore. You might be a king, but if you don't know Jesus, he's the King of Kings. You might be a mechanic, but if you don't know Jesus, he's the giver of the oil of joy. If you're a fashion designer and you don't know Jesus, you don't know why I wear my garment of praise. If you're a songwriter and you don't know Jesus, you can't sing the song of the redeemed. If you're a soldier and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the captain of my salvation. If you're a professor and you don't know Jesus, you don't know he who has made unto us wisdom. If you're an ambassador and you don't know Jesus, you don't know who the Prince of Peace is. If you're an astronomer and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the Son of Righteousness that rises with healing in his wings. If you're a beekeeper and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the honey in the rock. If you're a well digger and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the fountain of life. If you're a zoologist and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the Lion of Judah. If you're a gemologist and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the pearl of great price. If you're a geologist and you don't know Jesus, he's the rock of ages cleft from me. If you're a genealogist and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the firstborn of creation. If you're a pharmacist and you don't know Jesus, you don't know who the balm of Gilead is. If you're a biologist and you don't know Jesus, you don't know the author of life. If you're a psychologist and you don't know Jesus, you don't have the mind of Christ. And if you're a physicist and you don't know Jesus, you don't know him who inhabits all space. I said, let's talk about Jesus. You can start here, there,